and we actually have this in 2 different sizes. Hair and scalp growth oil. This is made with argan avocado oil, which I love, jojoba oil, as well as Jamaican castor oil, neem oil, marula oil, and chebe, as well as essential oils. A lot of people don't know what chebe is. Let me just start from the beginning. Okay, so I don't know if you see this brown stuff. Oh, wait. This thing goes backwards, so it's really hard for me to like or get it the right way, the right direction. This right here, and as you shake it, it disperses around the entire thing. But this stuff right here is chebe. And there's chebe in here, which is a herb from South Africa. And do your research. But chebe is an herb in South Africa that women use to grow and strengthen their hair. There are women, African women, with hair all the way down to their feet and beyond because they use chebe in their hair. And chebe is a beautiful hair growth oil for people who are looking to grow their hair back from either having hair loss issues or they're wanting to thicken their hair or grow their hair naturally. I love chebe, and I started using it myself because I wanted to use it on my edges. As you can see, well, you can't really see, but I have a lot of hair. I really do. It's really long. There's a lot of it. It's back because I didn't want to deal with it, but just know that I used to not have my edges, okay? And I was experiencing a lot of edge issue with my hair, and I started using this to grow my edges back, and they're growing back beautifully, which I'm very grateful for because I use a lot of protective styles. But because of the type of formula this is, when you wash your hair with your clarifying shampoo, whatever clarifying shampoo that you use, the goal of a clarifying shampoo is to strip away any of the oils or conditioners or chemicals that you put on your hair so that the hair follicles, so that the hair scalp, the pores in your hair can open up, release that extra toxin, release those extra oils and extra things that you've put on your scalp. And once they're open, then whatever you put on it then gets absorbed by the scalp. So when you're having hair loss issues or hair growth issues, the hair follicle is having a hard time finding its way to the surface for it to grow because there's blockage. Typically, women or people in general are not using clarifying shampoos. They're, especially women of color, we tend to not wash our hair very often because when our hair is not washed very often, it tends to grow better in certain cases. But the reality is, it's just you're not messing with it. You're not pulling at it and doing various things to style it. The less styling, the better for anybody. But if you're experiencing actual hair loss, or you're experiencing hair that's not growing well, especially in certain parts of your hair, this is a great alternative. Why? It's got something called neem oil in it. And if you know anything about neem oil is one of those oils that you use. You can use it if you have acne. You can use it on your face. Well, why would you use oil on your face? Especially if you have oily skin. Acne is usually an overproduction of oil, right? It's an overproduction of a hormone that causes oil to build up. We all need oil on our faces in order for our faces to repair. That's why oil formulas, they're made with oils that are absorbed by the skin and typically told to be worn at night so that your body, your face can repair its skin overnight so that when you wake up in the morning, you wash your face, you put your SPF moisturizer on, you do that whole routine, you're blocked from the sun to prevent aging, right? Same thing with your hair. Neem oil is a natural anti-blockage oil. It basically kind of strips away at oils that kind of sustain, like coconut oil. A lot of people are like, coconut oil is so good. Coconut oil is amazing for so many things, but coconut oil coats. And because it's a coat, it can sit on top of your scalp and prevent absorbent oils from going into the scalp to help pull that hair follicle out of your hair. I've kept all this in mind when making this formula. This formula has been researched with science in mind and with actual usage so that I can ensure that whomever is using this oil can see results. I have had some of the best testimonials from people who have utilized this oil because it's got the oils that any hair type can use from 1A all the way to 4C and still receive the benefits from it. Again, as long as you're using a clarifying shampoo when you do wash your hair and use this oil once a day, once a week, during the time frame